back to Magic Gathering Forge Adventure. Unfortunately, I recorded this whole video and didn't do any audio while I was recording, so we're going to go back and just do some voiceover on it. And right now I'm just going to edit my deck a little since haven't been really using this Trickster. I've taken him out just to edit the deck, make it a little better. We were looking for more advanced soldiers to fight for our quests that we were working on, and here we go. We got one right in front of us. So we shall be fighting him. Alright, we got an Armor Knight. Okay, so we got few lands and a 3-drops. It's not bad. We'll go ahead and keep this. He's going to play a Plains. He's going to play a 1-drop, which is a 2/3 defender. As long as it's equipped with enchantment or equipment, it can attack as though it didn't have defender. So for a 1-drop, and it's a 2/3, that's really good. Alright, so we got our Sphinx, which is going to be an end-game option. Then he'll get a 1 first strike haste. Whenever this card is attacking another knight you control gets 1/0 until end turn. And equipped abilities activate target on this card cost 3 less to activate. So he just has an equipment deck, which makes sense since he's an armor knight. He's going to hit me for 1. Can't really do much about it. So now we'll just play another land. And I'm just going to end up going for another tap land. So that way next turn I could play my untapped land and get a 3-drop down. He's going to play an equipment. Ooh, that's not a good one. It is a 2/2 power up with flying and first strike. And when they play it, it can just attach to a creature. So now his defender is flying first strike 4/5. And his 1/1 can power him up by 1. So that's not good. Alright. So now I'm gonna play another land, and my best option to deal with that, since I don't really have any good options, is gonna have to be my turtle. So right now I'm thinking about it. Since it is a flying creature, I'm thinking about playing my fairy, but really the turtle's gonna be my best bet. So I'm gonna end my turn, then on his turn, then I will tap down his turtle. I'll use my turtle to tap down his card. So that way, he doesn't get a free untap. Since the turtle has flash, you can play it whenever you want. He's going to play another equipment. It gives his creature a 1/1, trample, and lifelink. So that's going to go on to his 1/1 guy, which is just going to be good for him. Then we'll play another land. Unfortunately, it's tap land, so we still only have 3 available. But I'm going to go ahead and play the fairy, so I have a flying, even though this fairy's not going to be able to do much against a 4/5 knight, which is now a 5/6, since he just played a 3-drop knight with 2/2, gives his creatures 1/1 power up and indestructible, and that creature has first strike. So I really need a death spell right now. I'm up to 4 mana. The best I got is this Ambusher to play and give him some rad counters and get a 4/4. That's the biggest thing I got, so we're just gonna play him. Which ain't really gonna make too big of a difference since all of his cards are indestructible except for the 2/2, which I can't do anything about. So we'll just attack for the 3 with the fairy in the air just to get some damage in. And then his defender is going to untap, so now he's going to hit me for 5. Can't do anything about it because it's flying, of course. And then I get the 3 for 5/5, which would have been great a few turns ago, not this turn. So there's just not much I could do at this point. Definitely with only 4 mana. I really need some more. And my ambusher, he can be unblockable, but if I attack with him, I really won't have a good defender. So I just wish I get rid of that guy that gives all his guys indestructible. So yeah, we're just gonna play the sword. Kinda hope for the best for next turn that we can equip it. We're gonna leave the fairy back to block, even though it can't do much when it comes to surviving against his knight. But, you know, I don't lose the game if I block him, so that's good. Now he's got 6/5 out, of course. And I get a land, which is tap land, so it doesn't matter. Can't even use it. It's too late. I got 5 mana. The sword's not going to help me. He's at 24 health. Yeah. No good from here. Play my tower. He's an 0/4. I'll make him a 2/6, so that way he can block flying, but really, again, it's not going to make too much of a difference because he played another enchantment and gave all his guys 1/1 power-ups, so he just destroyed me. Which stinks, but that's, you know, it is how it is. So now we got to go back to town, get some health, and then we'll try again. Try and fight another armored knight, if that is. Well, it's if. I know that's what's coming up, since we get to relive this a second time. Alright, and there's an armored knight that we could go fight. So now it's time to fight him. Armor Knight, let's try again. See how good we do this time. Alright, this is a good hand. I got some 2 plays. 2-drop, I got a 3-drop, I got 3 lands. So this is good. So we'll play a tap land. They'll play plains, play that guy again. That's a 2/3 defender. So he's just getting such good cards out already. Alright. Since he's a defender and he can't really attack me right now, I'm going to go ahead and play my other tap land. There's no point in me getting out my defender because I'm not going to be defending from anything on his turn. He is going to play an equipment and create a 2/2 red token to attach the equipment to. Whenever the equipped creature attacks, they get to draw a card, but it has to attack with one other creature. So if it plus another attacks, they get to draw 2 cards. I'm going to play my plains, and then I will play. I'm gonna play. Pretty sure I play the thief right here. Make him play the thief because he's a 1/3. I'll be able to block one of his guys if I need to, and I won't have to worry about my thief dying. Go ahead and attach the bow to him just to be safe. And then he is going to attach an equipment to his defender, making him a 2/5 with vigilant, so it doesn't have to tap to attack. But thankfully it's still a 2/5, so it's not going to be hurting my guy whenever they attack. Alright, it's my turn. I'll play my swamp. And then we'll just go ahead and make him sacrifice a creature. Get rid of his token. That's going to unequip his draw card. And then I'm going to ponder, since my thief can still block. These next 3 cards are going to be great for me. I can draw the land right now, exactly in the order that they're in. And then the next turn I'll play my assassin, and then the next turn I just draw more cards to see what I get. It just works out great. Alright, so we're going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and not shuffle my library. And then we get an island. So from here, we're going to go ahead and attack, make him mill 2 cards. So that way, we're just hopefully getting rid of some good cards. And we could take 2 damage from him. That's not much. Alright, we got rid of 2 cards. We got rid of his card that gives everybody indestructible and a 1/1, so that's great. That's one of the best things we could have got rid of. Alright, they're going to play a 3/4 drop. It is, whenever it attacks, it creates 2 1/1 white soldier tokens that are also tapped and attacking. So, that's going to be annoying. And they're going to hit me for 2. Alright, I get my assassin, so we're going to play our island, play the assassin, get him down, which would be great since he has death touch. Attack again with my thief, make him mill 2 more cards, and just get some damage in since he shouldn't be attacking now that I have my 5/5 assassin out. We got rid of a handful of their lands, but doesn't look like that's mattering since he's already got 5 mana down as well. And he's going to play a Sky Hunter, which is a 3/3 flyer for 4. And whenever it attacks, they can look at the top 6 cards of their library and put any enchantments or auroras, equipments or auroras into their hand. So that's really annoying. I might have to end up tapping him down since he'll just destroy my thief for a flyer. So my dragon turtle is probably going to be the best bet there. And then from here, we're just going to attack with our assassin, because hopefully if he blocks it, he'll just lose a creature. He doesn't block. So we'll get another land, which is good. Go ahead and play it since it's a tap land. And since I attack this turn, we can draw some cards without having to discard. And during their turn, I think this is where I play the turtle, or it's the turtle for next turn. But I know we're going to end here, because this is a deck that's made for getting equipment, so I definitely don't want this 3/3 attacking me. And now he's going to power him up, so that way he gets to draw an extra card. So we're going to play our dragon turtle, go ahead and tap down the 3/3. They're going to tap me for 5, which is fine. We can take 5. Don't have to worry. Oh, and then he's got the 2 soldiers. Well, alright. That's annoying. And then, oh yeah, they played a new guy that when his creatures attack, they all get a 1/0 power up. So now all the stuff attacking me is a 2/1. We can block one of those with our thief, kill it. We still take a good amount of damage, but that's okay. We're going to play a swamp. We got lots of mana, so that's great for us. Alright, from here, we'll go ahead and play a handful of cards. Nothing I'm really looking to clone. None of his cards are really big cards that are just going to help me win the game. My assassin's legendary, so that's just not going to work out. Copying him, it would just get destroyed. This flying is just going to be an issue. thinking about copying it, but it's really not a good card, so copying it isn't really worth it. We're going to go ahead and play our Tower Viewpoint and our Illusionist, so that way, if we draw an extra card, we can get an Owlbear, and we can have the Viewpoint that if we need to block the flying, we can. Go ahead and attack with the Thief, but I think I changed my mind here and attack with my Assassin instead, or attack with both. Because, no, I keep the Thief back, so that way it can block the soldiers that are the 1/1s that attack me. I attack again with the Assassin. If they don't block it, I get to draw another card, which gives me an Owlbear. And then I get the Weeping Angel. This is great. You know, Weeping Angel's amazing. AI just loves to block it and send their best cards back to their deck. I mean, I don't understand where that comes from, but it's crazy. Alright, they're attaching the Loxodon Warhammer to their flyer, which gives their creature a 0/3 power up and trample and lifelink. So that's scary. Definitely on a flyer. Alright, I'm going to block his 3/4 with my 0/4 defender. And then I'll block one of his 2/1s with my Thief and another one with my Illusionist, killing both of the tokens, taking no damage this turn. Savor the moment. I can get an extra turn after this one, but my cards don't untap. That's fine. You know, just give me an extra draw, see what happens. We're going to go ahead and play the Angel for sure. Get the Angel down. And we're going to go ahead and savor the moment as well, because just taking an extra turn after this one, even though my creatures are tapped, is still good to do. So we'll go ahead and savor the moment. There we go. Alright, now we get an extra turn. And we'll go ahead and attack. Attack again with our Assassin. Again, if he blocks, we got Death Touch. We'll take out his stuff, but he doesn't block. That gives me a Sphinx, which will give me another extra turn if it does combat damage to a player, so that's hilarious. So we go from extra turn to potentially another extra turn, so that's great. Unfortunately, my land's on a tap for this next extra turn. But that's okay, you know. I still got the Sphinx, and we got enough mana to play them. Alright, we'll go ahead and end our turn. And now we start our next turn. We get an island, so we have 1 mana available. We will attack with our Angel. See if he blocks it, and that way he'll bounce one of his cards. And since Angel has Vigilance, we don't have to worry about it tapping when it attacks, which is nice. So let's just go ahead and attack with the Angel. And then we will end. He is going to block with the Defender. So putting that Defender back in his deck, which is great for me. I'm totally fine with that. Alright. And then I will end there. And he's going to attach another equipment to his flying guy. So now it's a 6/5. Which is annoying. And he's going to play a 2/2, which makes equipments he controls have 0 as long as he controls 3 or more artifacts. So you're going to just play an equipment and attach it. And we'll just see where he goes from there. He only has 1 card in his hand. The 6/5 is really annoying. Definitely, since it has lifelink, he can easily just gain a bunch of life again. Alright, and he didn't attack. I guess because his life is getting low, he's worried about not having defenders. So we're going to play another island. Let's go ahead and get our Sphinx out. And then we're just checking to see what we got. one thing we noticed that the angel is not legendary. So I can actually clone my angel, which is amazing. You know, the angel, one of the strongest cards I have, just because the AI just can't help but block it. I don't understand what it is about taking 2 damage, but just the AI can't help but block my angel. So from here, my best bet, I'm going to go ahead and use Ezio, or my assassin. And if he blocks my assassin, that's okay, because I can animate dead, bring my assassins back, and get rid of his creature. So we'll go ahead and attack with the assassin. We'll attack with the angel. And he's gonna block, which is great. So his 3/4 that gives him tokens is gonna go back to his deck. I'm gonna destroy his flying 6/5, but he's gonna destroy my assassin, which is fine. We planned on that happening, so now we can just animate dead, bring our assassin back. He's a 2/4. That's fine because he still has death touch. He's still a great card. So we'll have him back, and our opponent just has less cards now. So from here, we'll just end, let it be their turn. Next turn, we can clone our angel and have 2 of them. He's going to start attaching all of his equipments to his knight. That's fine. We're not too worried about it. He's going to play another creature, so that's going to turn my angel back into a statue. Whenever he plays this knight, it's going to allow him to get another card from his library after looking at the top 5. It's going to be another knight, which he's going to go ahead and play. And then he doesn't attack. He's afraid that I have all these creatures. We'll go ahead and play the locket just to have it out for some more mana, since it won't make a difference anyway. And now he doesn't have a flying defender. So that's great for me, because my Sphinx, all it has to do is attack, and then it will allow me to get an extra turn. And the Sphinx just can't attack during the extra turn, because obviously you don't want to just get turn after turn after turn. So we are going to clone our angel, and we will attack with our Sphinx. I want to say we also attack with our assassin and our flyer and our angel. Yep, and we'll attack with our flyer. Alright, so let's see how they block. Make them mill 2 more cards. We're going to shoot their token for 1 damage with the bow, which is great. Go ahead and get rid of it. So they got less blockers now. They are going to block the angel, sending one of their cards back to their graveyard. They're going to double block my assassin, which is fine. It's going to kill the assassin, but my assassin has death touch, so it's going to kill both of his creatures, and the Sphinx get in, of course, because it's flying and he has no more flying defenders. So I'll get to take an extra turn after this one, which thankfully all my stuff does untap for this extra turn. So I'll be able to attack again. Alright, I got Virtue of Loyalty, where at the beginning of your end step, I can put a 1/1 counter on each creature I control and untap those creatures. I would love to also create a 2/2 White Knight, the creature token with Vigilance, but I would need 7 mana, including 3 white mana. And right now I can only generate 1 and 2 white mana. So we're just going to play it as is, so that way we can untap all our creatures and give them a 1/1 power up for the end of the turn. And he's only got the 1 giant attacker, so we're just going to go ahead and attack with basically everything, because why not? Go ahead and attack with the owl bears. Of course, we're attacking with the angels. Sphinx can't attack, so we'll attack with the other angel as well. And you know what? He's not going to block the owl bear because he's the weakest. So we'll just go ahead and attack with the owl bear too. Make him mill a couple cards. Shoot his knight for 1. Really, it won't matter too much. He's going to block my dragon turtle. So that 1 block actually didn't matter, because now my dragon turtle will take out his knight. And actually, from all this damage, we are going to win the game. Except the knight has lifelink because of the Loxodon Warhammer. So he does have 3 life, but that's fine, because I have all these creatures. They all just got a 1/1 power up. And this guy has nothing else on the field. He is going to play a Saga, which is going to allow him to get a 2/2 white knight creature into the battlefield. And I get my bounce spell, so I'm just going to bounce him back to his hand, which, since he's a token, is just going to get destroyed. And I get a swamp, which is fine. We're just going to attack with everything and end the game. And we will complete this quest. There we go. Awesome. Alright, so now we got 128 gold, which isn't bad. We have a human knight that whenever an equipment enters the battlefield, I can draw a card. And equipped creatures cost 0 to attach if I control 3 or more artifacts. Which was 2 for 2/2. It's not bad. And then I get the Star Forge sword, which I can gift my opponent a 1/1 tapped fish. And if I do that, when I play the sword, I can just go ahead and straight equip it to a creature I have, which gives that creature a 3/3 power up, but it loses flying. But that's fine, because it's just 4 for a 3/3 power up that I don't have to equip when I equipped it the first time. So if I equip it to a creature that doesn't have flying, then I just get a really big creature. So I like that equipment. I'm going to go ahead and also put that in the deck. Or not also, but go ahead and just put that in the deck. Alright, Shimmering Beach has been successfully defended, and you should return to report your success. So now we'll head back to the town, so that way we can get our reward. But I want to make an edit to the deck real quick. Go ahead and take out these unblockable 3 for 2. I'm not really using them much, and I don't need it. So I'll get rid of that. The fairy I think I'll keep just because it's flying. That'll still help. So I'll just do that. And then we will go back and start heading back to town. Gotta stay away from these mere folks. They are pretty strong. I don't have a good enough deck at the moment to be fighting mere folks, because they're annoying. You have to have a lot of destruction spells to deal with that. The leader of Shimmering Beach have you to thank for their freedom and likely their heads, 2 local reputation, and 500 gold. Awesome. We're now at a good 1,121 gold. That's a lot of money that I can buy some useful cards for. So, you know what? Let's see what they have as an option here. These are okay. Ooh, I like this relic. Tap 3. I could tap it for any color mana. I could tap it to put a charge counter on it. At the beginning of my pre-combat main phase, I can remove all the charge counters and add 1 mana of any color for each charge counter removed this way. Which is good. I like that. Definitely, since I'm now running multiple colors in my deck. I think I'm going to get this relic. It's just going to be real useful for me to use. So 297, that's fine. We'll redo these artifacts, see if there's anything else that we like that came out. No, none of these are really good. Battle bracers, they're going to give my opponent, or give my creature haste, which is okay, but no, I don't really need it. Just none of these other cards really are good for me, so still a good card to get from there. Another card to add to the deck. Let's see about these rogues. See if there's any good rogues in here. This one's a vampire noble. Whenever one or more tokens enter battlefield under your control, create 1/1 black. No, just no good rogues that I'd really want out of here. So let's go check out these other spells. See if there's anything under here. Mind games, so they're mostly going to be like counter spells or control spells. So I don't really want any of these. Let's see what the next shop has. This has got flying stuff, which nothing really here I'd want to use, so we're gonna pass on that. Let's go check out the other stores. Let's see, you got the Warlock class. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, each opponent loses 1 life. Level 2, when this class becomes level 2, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. And then level 3, at the beginning of your end step, if each opponent loses life equal to the life they lost this turn. So it just basically doubles the damage that I do, which is great, definitely for 1, but to get that final class, it's actually 7. So that's going to be super end game, and it's just, for 7, it's too much to get out. I'd have to be in like in a black-green deck where I'm ramping for that to be worth it, so don't want anything here. We'll go to our next town, Turtle Hydra. When it enters the battlefield with X 1/1 counters, I can remove 1/1 counters from it to destroy artifact or enchantment. That's not too bad because I always have a lack of ability of destroying artifacts and enchantments. So being able to use it to destroy them are good. And just looking at these other cards, they're just nothing really I could use in my deck. Or this human noble, it enters, you get 2 1/1 white human soldiers. And at the beginning of my end step, if a human soldier died, I get a food token, which is just not very good. So I'm not going to get anything else here. Let's check this next store out. Vampire flying 2/2. Whenever this card attacks an opponent, I may take an angel, demon, or dragon, put it from my hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. So that'd be awesome, but I'm just not running these colors. And I don't really have any dragons or angels right now to be using with it. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not really running any of these colors except for that black-white is the only thing I could really use, so I'm not going to get anything in this town. Alright, we'll head to another town. Go ahead and, we got all this money. It's good to see what else we can get because we just need some more good cards. But I need to go ahead and add one of the cards I just got. Just going through everything. Oh, I forget to add it. Well, that's fine. I should do it in here in a little while. So we're going to avoid all these fights. We're going to take this road up and just zoom straight up. Oop, don't want to get stuck. Zoom straight up to this next town. Avoid the scorpion. See if there's any good cards in this town that we can buy. We got 3 towns right here, so it'd be a good amount of stores we can check. See if there's anything we want. Flying Elemental. When this card leaves the battlefield, return up to 2 target creature cards with power 2 left from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's not really too good. Nothing else in here that seemed great. Giant Turtle. Giant Turtle may not attack if you attack during your last turn, so it's just a really slow Giant Turtle. It's 3 for 2/4. Tracker deals damage equal to its power to target creature. That creature deals damage equal to its power to Tracker. That's not good either. It'd really only be good for like hitting 1/1s, since he only has 2. Let's check out these other stores. Nothing really in the Merfolk store. I really need to get nothing of interest. So we'll go check out the next store. These new stores they are in the recent update. They sell you packs. You can either get packs of certain colors or packs of certain sets. They're 1,000 gold, but right now we just need single cards. We don't need to be just guessing on some packs and hoping for the best. So let's see what else. Nothing in this shop. Let's go to this next one, see what we got here. No. Legendary artifact. If you gain life, gain twice that much life. If you draw a card, except for your first draw an additional card. That's okay. It's good. I'm just not drawing enough, or it's not worth me getting right now. So we're going to pass on that. Definitely for 500 gold. See what's in this shop. I'd like this Sunken Hope. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player returns a creature he or she controls to their hand, which is my creatures. But if I was playing a token deck, or if I could get more owl bears out, I could just keep creating a token, returning the token, which it just dies, and then create another token. So my opponent will have to get rid of their creatures, but I wouldn't have to get rid of mine. But I'm just not consistently making enough owlbear tokens to where that could be viable. But it's good to remember that that's there in the future, just in case. Alright, we got some bird wizards. There is a bird wizard I'd love to get, that I used to have. He's not very good bird wizard, but he looks awesome in my opinion, so I'd love to have him, but I don't have the shards right now to waste on just getting somebody I think looks cool and isn't really a good fighter. So we'll go to this next town, see what options we got here. Specialty lands. See if there's any good specialty lands. This city looks awesome. It can channel for 4, I can discard it, return a target artifact, creature, enchantment, or planeswalker to its owner's hand. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature you control. So, that's a bounce land. That's not bad. And you can just play it, use it for blue. So, I think I'm going to end up getting that land. Evolving Wilds, that's a great land. Basically, you just play it, sacrifice it, put another land onto the battlefield tap, or another basic land. So there are fetch lands which allow you to play it and get a card out of your deck. So you play it to get your deck down, and you get a land out of your deck. So you play 1 card to get 2. So I get both these lands. We'll go ahead and shuffle. Reflecting Pool, we don't really need. Snow-covered swamp looks awesome. I love that 8-pixel art that they created for it. but I don't need a snow-covered swamp right now. So no new lands that I want. Let's go ahead and add the lands I just bought, though. Just go down to the lands and put those in. Unfortunately, I still forget about the other cards I wanted to add to this deck, but that's fine. We'll at least add these 2 lands in there because they are good. And they're not really adjusting the deck too much, so I don't need to take anything out. We'll just keep looking at shops, see what other shops have. Let's look at these blue-black cards. Since I am running blue-black deck, it'd be good to have some more good blue-black cards. Nothing really of interest, though, that I could get from here. So we'll just head to the next shop. See what's in here. Frog Wizard. Nothing really. There is a Kraken. As long as you control Commander, which you don't really play with Commanders in this game yet, so can't do it. For the Frog Wizard, whenever opponent casts a non-creature spell with mana less than his power, something. I didn't read it fast enough, I'm sorry. Alright, so we got a rogue. If an island or swap enters battlefield, I can draft a card from Timeless Angler's spellbook, which I don't know what's in his spellbook, so I don't know if that'll help. This is a good card. Menace, Ward, sacrifice a creature. It gets 2/0 for each treasure you control. Whenever one or more players sacrifice one or more creatures, you create a tapped treasure token. This ability triggers only once each turn. So if they want to do anything to her, I get a treasure token for it because I have to sacrifice a creature. Creatures you control with power or toughness 1 or less can't be blocked. That's okay. It'd be a good way to slowly kill somebody with a ton of unblockable 1/1s, but it's not really good. I do like this 4-drop rogue. It's a pretty good card. But I think I'm going to pass on it for now. I might come back to it. It's a decent card to get. Not really anything in this store I'd want to get. So I'm not going to get anything from here either. Alright, we're going to leave this town. Let's go check out the next town. We might go back and get that rogue lady, but for now, don't really need it. More specialty lands. And check those out. Love to get some of those. We got a swamp and a forest, swapping depending on the day or night cycle. A cave of the frost dragon. It's a land. If you control 2 or more other lands, it comes in the battlefield tapped. Taps for a plane, or you tap 5 and it becomes a 3/4 white flying dragon until the end of the turn, but it's still a land, which is okay. You need it early game, so it doesn't come in the field tapped, but it's not bad. Not anything great, though. A plain swamp comes in the battlefield tapped. It's not bad, to be honest, since I am running black and white and blue. Having a black-white deck or card would be good, but I'm gonna pass on it. Oh my god, and we got Sephiroth. Sephiroth is amazing from the Final Fantasy new set coming out. So, of course, we're going to have to add Sephiroth to our deck since he's black and blue, which is the colors we're using. 6 Vigilance 4/4. When he enters the battlefield, creatures your opponents control get -2/-2 until the end of the turn, which, of course, is awesome since he just scares them, makes them weaker. And then whenever a creature opponent controls dies, Sephiroth gets a 1/1, which is still also really good since Sephiroth we can team them up with our bow, and that will allow us to just ping. That'll allow us to ping creatures down, making them weaker, which will allow us to use Sephiroth and power them up really good. So we're gonna have to sell some cards and get Sephiroth for sure. So that's what we're doing right now. We're just going through, seeing what cards we can sell. We only need to sell and get one more coin, so I could just sell a land, but I'd rather just get rid of one of the cards I'm not really going to use. So we'll just sell this card. Get 25 gold. So now we got 500, which is awesome. Now we'll go back and get Sephiroth, because it's Sephiroth. Oh, that's such an awesome card. Alright, so we're going to buy it. Reshuffle, see if we get anything cool. Ooh, Grasping Tentacles. This is from the new Spider-Man set that's coming out. Target opponent mills 8 cards, and you may put an artifact card found that way from that player's graveyard. You may put an artifact card from that player's graveyard under battlefield under your control. So even if you don't mill an artifact, you can still get any artifact that's in their graveyard, which is good. Vampire 4 for 4/4 flying. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life. That's not good. Definitely don't want to be losing life if I don't have to wait to get it back like with my Dark Knight. So we're just going to pass on that. But we are going to get that Tentacle Arm, the Doc Ock card. Legendary Creature Vampire. Flying first strike. When this card deals combat damage to a player, put a 1/1 counter on each attacking creature you control. That is great. So we're definitely going to get it, because as first strike, it'll hit first, and then after it hits, everything else that's attacking gets a power up for when they hit. So that's just a good card. It's only a 3-drop 2, so we need 500 for it, and then 300 for the Tentacle Arm. So we need 800 gold. Let's go ahead and look at these blue-red cards. Nothing really I want from here. I'm not really running blue-red, but might as well check. And then we're going to start selling some cards, because both those cards are awesome. So we just need to get 800 gold. So we're going to go through these, find some stuff I don't really use, and just make our way to getting 800. Sell this other black card. Since I sold the other one, I don't really plan on using them. Sell that. There's a replica I need to... Reminding myself I need to put in the deck. Let's see if there's anything else I want to sell. I'll go ahead and sell these rogue unblockable guys. I don't plan on using them again. They were okay the couple times I used them, but not worth it. Just gonna sell the one though. Up to 224 gold. Like I said, we gotta get 800, so I'm just looking to see if there's some more stuff I don't really plan on using. So I go ahead and sell it as well. This guy, I'll go ahead and sell him. I don't really plan on using him. Whenever a creature you control is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, other player sacrifices a creature. I just need to put that in my deck. That's just a really good card. And we're going to sell these serpents. I don't really plan on using those. So get those sold. The sliver I'll keep, but just in case if I do make a sliver deck. The Horn of Greed. Whenever a player plays a land, they can draw a card, which includes my opponent. I really don't want them drawing extra cards, so I'll get rid of it. Just looking for stuff to sell. These iron golems, I have a few of them. So I'm just going to sell this one that's worth 75. That just looks a little different than the 25 one, but I'll keep the 25 and I'll keep the D&D one. So we're up to 500, so we only need 300 more. I'm going to go ahead and sell these rats. I don't really care for them. Lab rats. Sell both of them. 574. See what else we can sell. I'm not going to sell my Time Lord just because I did buy him. You know, maybe he'll be useful in the future, but for now, we're just not going to. We're going to sell this Diamond 2 for a card that comes into play tapped and only taps for a plains. That's just not good. And we're going to sell a couple of these lands. I don't need all of them. So we're at 699. So we only need 101 coins left. And let's see. I got 2 of these illusion horses. Let's just sell one of them. 150. That's going to get us to what we need. We're at 849. So now we'll go back and we'll buy the tentacle arm and we'll buy the vampire lady. These are blue-green. I didn't look at them when I came over here the first time, so just looking to see if there's anything I wanted, but not really anything in there that I could use. So now we're going to go over here and buy the vampire lady. That's just awesome. Go ahead and add that to the or buy it, and we will refresh that. See if there's anything new in here that I'd like to get. This super buff unicorn, but I don't really care to get it. And nothing new that I want to get. So let's go to the next store. Come over here, check it out. And get the tentacle arm. Or re-roll these. And see if there's anything here we'd like to get. That's a weird looking rat ninja wizard. I don't really want it though. Enchant opponent. No, I'm good. This card's just too complicated. It's a flying defender. Whenever I proliferate, it's in my graveyard. It gets a 1/1 counter, and I may cast it from my graveyard that turn. And as long as it has 7 or greater attack, a 7 or greater power, it can attack as though it didn't have defender. But it's just, I'd rather just play a big guy out, so it's not really worth it. This vampire 4 for a 3/3 flying. He could get stronger, but I'd rather again just play something that's a big flyer to deal with. Alright, let's just see what's in this store since we didn't look at them before. Teferi, Timber, Timebender, he would be great to have. Untap 2 cards. I didn't read fast enough. But he would be a great planeswalker to have. I'm not really going to sell 500 gold worth of cards again for him, but I will do the mission in the town and get some coins from it. Village Scholar, worried expression, hurried tone. Adventurer, we have grave concern on our hands, and it concerns to free the temporal mage. His actions have threatened Channelard's very fabric of time. This is a planeswalker I want to get, so that's kind of funny. I could use him to defeat him. So, what is he doing that's causing such an alarm? Frowning, the planeswalker meddling with time magic has created temporal anomalies across Channelar. The past, present, and future are becoming entangled, leading to chaos, unpredictability, and perilous situations. Sounds serious. What can I do? We must confront him, but diplomacy should be our first approach. He is a powerful mage, and if he refuses to cooperate, may have to resort to more forceful measures to restore the temporal stability. And I'll try to reason with him. Chandelar's timeline must be protected. So, we are going to accept the quest to fight him so we can win money to get him. But I know his stronghold has a lot of guys in it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to defeat them, get some money from defeating them, and then we'll come back to get the Planeswalker before we go back and fight him again. But before then, I need to go back and add those cards I kept forgetting to add, which just looking to get the new cards and make sure we don't miss anything. It's funny because I think I actually do miss something. So let's add the vampire. Keep checking. See what else we want to add. Yeah, green. I wish I could play Godzilla, but I just don't have the mana for it. Definitely gonna add Sephiroth in here. That's gonna be an amazing card. Alright, and let's see. Nothing yet. Just checking to make sure I'm not missing anything. Alright, we'll add the tentacles. That's going to be a good card to have. And let's see what else we got. And just checking. Nothing from there. Let's add the relic, because that's going to be a lot better than our locket. And you know what? I kind of like this sword. Gives a 1/1 for each land I have, so that could just get powerful. And I got quite a few legendary creatures, so that'd be good to attach to for cheap and just make stronger for endgame. And we're going to put the sword in that gives my opponent a fish. Because again, just having that 3/3 power up would be good. I'd love to put this bow in, but just 2 green mana just is annoying for my deck at the moment. So we're going to not worry about it. And make sure there's nothing else. And check out the lands. I got no new lands, so I'm not going to do any of those. We'll go back to our deck, edit it a little. Take out some more stuff we don't really use, since we just added quite a few cards. And there's not too much to take out. Actually, I will take out the locket, because the relic is a whole lot better than the locket. But as for creatures, I just don't think there are really any other creatures that's worth taking out. So for now, we're going to say this is good. And we will head to the Planeswalkers base camp. So from here we'll go down and just see where it is on the map. And it's right beside me, which is great. We can head straight there. And we'll just go over. Try to stay away from these enemies and get down here. And actually, I remember coming by this when I left the blue city. So that's good. I actually might go to the blue city because I'd love to again get another one of those pirates that are so good. But for now, we're going to go ahead and save it. Depending on how many shards we get, we might go to the city to try to get another pirate. Or if we get enough money, we'll go buy the Planeswalker card. But for now, I appreciate y'all watching. And we'll just, whatever we get, we'll go for that stuff. But we'll see you in the next episode where we fight through this Planeswalker's base and see what we can do there. Bye, y'all.